Okay, this is an unplanned emergency YouTube session. I just did this at halftime because we thought nobody would want to talk about it after the game on a Sunday night at 11 o'clock. And we talked about it half. It feels like I talked to you guys a million years ago. We were talking about Kevin Love making all the threes. How do you stop this offense? And now they lost. So come vent. Bring me some questions. Bring me some comments. Whatever you want to say about this. Is this a one-off? Is this like... Okay, Mad Mobile's right here with bringing the heat. Cavs suck, and I can't say the last word. Listen, people have bad nights, but we did talk about this at halftime. I said the thing that I've been waiting for with the Cavs is for LeBron to look tired and the three-point shooting to go away. And the second half, both things happened. So here's your questions, right? What's up with LeBron, who looked like maybe he didn't have the explosion that we've been used to, right? Which is fine. Stuff happens, and then we did talk about it. I see someone right there saying we cursed them. We did talk about the three-point shot. You live by it, you die by it. They had not died by it. You thought they're good. They're in the clear. And then it vanished in the second half. So here's what I want to know. Bump. Is it a bump? Minor speed bump? Listen, I mean, okay. So you don't go undefeated in the playoffs. I get it. Is it a bump or are you worried? Bump or are you worried? Right? That's the question. Bump or are you worried? I want to hear what you guys have to say. Listen, I said before the series I didn't think it was a sweep. The Celtics are inexplicable. The way Game 2 went and you find out Isaiah Thomas is hurt for the rest of the series, then you say, yeah, it's going to be a sweep now, right? But the Celtics are inexplicable. Worried. Scott Lewis checking in. Worried, okay? Did we really go to that? DeMarvelous, DeChosen, which is a tremendous screen name instead of DeMar DeRozan. God, that's the best screen name I ever saw. Says, not worried. Speed bump. Randy, not worried. Okay? Are we worried or not? Listen, I thought that the Celtics would not get swept because the Celtics don't make sense, right? The Celtics don't make sense. They shouldn't be where they are. They shouldn't have been the number one seed with the team they have. They should not be in this situation. So if your question is like, well, okay, minor bump, but show some kinks in the armor. That's reasonable from Doug DeLillo. Here's the thing. The Celtics shouldn't be here. So you can't apply logic to them, which again is great basement analysis. Doug Lesmerises here with you for cleveland.com. Get ready. Go to cleveland.com right now. We have some good stories up already. Get comfortable that it's inconsistent, all right? That does happen. We have some good stories up already. We're going to have more coming. You want to hear what people are having to say in Cleveland about this game. I'm just going to tweet this out so everybody else can join us. I don't know how that happened, but tell me again, bump or problem? Bump or problem? You did see people are mad at Jurekbo. God, I'm going to say his name wrong the whole thing. That guy in Bradley, right? But listen, they just got physical. They got motivated. They didn't have their guy. And here's the thing, bump. Okay, we got Dragon says just a bump. That's the thing is the Celtics had to do something, or they were dead, or the series was over. So this happens. Our guys wrote about it before the game. What happens when the Cavs play teams who don't have the best player? They don't play well. Kevin Love checking in. Kevin, thank you for joining us right after the game. They let teams play better than they should without their best player. We've seen that during the regular season. There's some psychological thing in there. Future is back. The Future, great to see you, man. Glad you're here. I don't know what happened, but does it worry you down the line, or are we going to see a 40-point game in Game 4? That's the question, right? I mean, you can't be that mad. You can't be that mad that you lost one game. I got someone saying the Cavs are still going to win in 5. That still makes sense, right? I am not surprised that the Celtics did an inexplicable thing, because that's what the Celtics have done all year. If it made sense, they wouldn't be the 1 seed, okay? So Future's not in a good mood. It's okay for people not to be in a good mood. Listen, Twitter's crazy during the Cavs, right? Twitter got quiet. Twitter got quiet in the second half. There was nobody talking. No Cavs fans, no Cavs media were talking, right? People are shocked by this, but that's okay, right? I hate the learn from a loss, like blessing in disguise kind of stuff that people talk about. That you can't always just say, if you win, you're great, and if you lose, it was actually better to lose, right? So I'm not buying that, okay? But, you can't, I'm not going to spin this, oh, the Cavs needed to be woken up. They needed a kick in the pants. This will help them against Golden State because they can't relax now. They know what happens if they let off the gas. No, that's stupid. Nobody wanted them to lose this game. They wanted to win. They want to rest. They want to sweep, right? So it's not good in any form. Don't let anybody write a story or tell you anything that somehow this is good. This is what they needed. They didn't need that. You needed Kevin Love to keep making threes like a maniac. We talked when we did this at halftime. Kevin Love's confidence is such a big deal, right? The Future, we had a chance to do something special and we were just sleeping. I don't get it. We were just sleeping today. So I don't think, art, music, food, life is back with the ha-has. All right. I mean, right? Can we feel stupid for what we said at halftime? Or is that just, it was a 40-point win followed by a 20-point halftime lead? Who saw this? Who saw this coming? I didn't see this coming. BTYF, this was all on LeBron. I don't think you can say it's all on LeBron. LeBron's why you're here. He's 32 years old. He's going to have an off game every now and then, right? Guys have to do more around him. We saw Tristan doing a lot tonight, but I don't think that that the rest of the guys were propping him up. And are we going to be? Is this what we're going to see the Cavs be now? Is this what we're going to see? That if LeBron's not great, they lose. That's what they're going to be? You can't be that. You can't be that. So he has a bad half, and they're dead against a Celtics team that's missing their best player? The Celtics weren't dead without their best guy, so LeBron's off. The Cavs can't win without him. So I don't think we can sit here and say LeBron blew that. We're not going to play that game. But we are going to play what this means. So keep bringing this. Keep bringing this. Korver shot awful tonight as well, though. JW making a point. Bring this. Are you worried? Are you worried for down the line? Or do you take it as a bump? I will be curious to see Boston's motivation now, right? You had Boston dead. So now how does Boston react to this? You had Boston dead and ready to go home, and now guys like Marcus Smart and Avery Bradley and Al Horford and Jay Crowder and Jaylen Brown, now they want to do something. LeBron needed to pass the ball more, says Madden Mobile. Are you guys blaming this on LeBron? Whose fault is this tonight? Who do you think, why did this happen? Is it LeBron? Is it LeBron? This game, Irving and Love stepped up, but I don't get how LeBron played like he was scared or something from JW. Kyrie didn't have the chance to go into fourth quarter mode. Kyrie hit that one big shot, but then he didn't take over in the last couple minutes, right? I'm worried with someone getting injured. That's why I wanted to sweep to end these games with the Celtics, BTYF, right? You want to get through this if you're the Cavs. You want to be, this is on LeBron, says Jackson. Are we really putting this on LeBron? Tonight was 100% LeBron because he went 4 for 13. JW, LeBron. Now Dragon says it's not LeBron's fault. So bring it more. Is it LeBron or not? I'm not looking. I'm not going to sit here and say it's LeBron. And we don't have to play the blame game. I mean, that's what people do. Why did this? And it's not the blame game. It's why did this happen? Okay? Let's run through. I don't know if you guys have the box score in front of you. We'll run through it a little bit. We'll keep talking. Keep telling me. Jermaine says it's LeBron. Jermaine says he puts it on LeBron. Kevin Love, 28 points. 8 of 16, 7 of 13 on threes. LeBron James, 4 of 13, 11 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 6 turnovers. Okay? Plus minus LeBron of +1. Tristan Thompson, 42 minutes, 18 points, 13 rebounds. Kyrie, 29 points on 10 of 15. They are a team, says Dragon. It's not just LeBron. JR, 13 points on 4 of 8. All 8 of his shots were three-pointers. Bench scoring tonight, 9 points. Someone we were talking at halftime. Better bench for the Cavs and the Warriors, 9 points. Richard Jefferson, nothing. Darren Williams, nothing. Shumpert, 6 points. Korver, 3 on 1 of 5 shooting. Channing Frye didn't play. Is that enough? You're going to tell me Future says stop playing the blame game. All right? Future says no blame game. Future's my guy. All right, maybe we'll stop playing the blame game. But listen, LeBron barely double-digit points. What the heck? I'm a Cleveland fan, but they're overconfident and not respecting the Celtics. It was easy to not respect the Celtics when you're up 20 in Game 3 and you won Game 2 by 40 and they're missing their best player, right? So, I mean, I think you can see why this happened. Nobody saw it coming. Nobody saw it coming. LeBron played. Let me ask you this. Does this make sense to you? They're up 2-0 in the Eastern Conference Finals. LeBron James played 45 minutes. LeBron James played 45 minutes. Nobody for the Celtics played 45. Why is he playing 45 minutes? They can't get him out of the game for more than 3 minutes? LeBron James has to play the whole game? LeBron James must play the whole game at 32 years of age after leading the league in minutes per game. For them to win? That's what they have to do to win? Play LeBron every second of every game. That doesn't make sense to me. LeBron 0 for 4. Now listen, Game 1, he didn't shoot the 3-ball well. I liked it because that means let's not rely on that for him. Game 2, he shot the 3-ball better. LeBron 0 for 4 on three-pointers tonight. That can't be his game. I had thought Jefferson and Williams need to see some minutes from DeLillo. I mean, I think that wasn't enough. I don't know if the big lead threw him off the rotation a little bit, but how are you up 20 at half or whatever it was? What was it? 5 and 11, 16 at the half? You're up 16 at the half and LeBron ends up playing 45 minutes? I don't know, man. How can you be a team this good and you can't survive if he's not in the game every minute and doing amazing things? People are mad. LeBron is the guy that helps move the ball and get it to an open guy, BTYF. That's right. I mean, that he makes the offense go, but you can't have the offense go with Kyrie and other guys. We saw that second-team unit. There's a lot of second-team guys in LeBron do some really good things once they added Korver and Darren Williams in the second half. Darren Williams can't run your offense a little bit and give LeBron a break. He's playing 45 minutes because he hasn't played in like a month. Christopher Meany. That's a good point, but did you think LeBron looked tired? Didn't you think he looked a little bit worn down? Okay? Dive Bay Chronicles is saying, I act like 32 is 100. Listen, because I've been 32, and I was 32, I felt like I was 100. It's just realistic. Nobody in their 30s played close to as many minutes this year, right? Nobody played close to as many minutes as him. And so these sweeps have been helping. But I think, so game, day off, now a game. So this is your third game in 5 days. You had a travel day in between, and he plays 45 minutes. That seems like a little much for me. LeBron didn't play as much so he could train his bench and role players. I don't think he was feeling his shot from pregame warm-up, says Jermaine. LeBron needs to trust his team to play without him, says Alan Morales. But listen, okay, then Ty Lue needs to trust him, right? It's weird. So let's get back to, are you worried? Is this a problem or is this a one-off? Things happen. LeBron looking off is a thing a little bit, right? Is it just one of those nights? And people are saying now that he's was off in warm-ups. Sanjay, it's a one-off, no big deal, okay? They'll have to do better to beat Golden State, says Dragon. And they obviously know that, but they got too overconfident. Do you think this is just overconfidence? Is it possible this was just overconfidence? Sanjay, he looked off. Mitchell, now we have to go back to Boston. We could have had 9 days off to rest before the finals. That's it. That's a good point. You're not just adding a game, you're adding a whole trip, right? All right, now Alan's making the point that Ty's not the coach, LeBron's the coach. We know that, but can't you tell LeBron, I'm not playing the 45 minutes in Game 3 when we're up 2-0? We know what LeBron is. DeLillo says it's 100% overconfidence. So I saw a media member tweet the other day joking about how everybody freaked out about the 26-point lead they blew to Atlanta in the regular season and like, oh yeah, I'm still really worried about the 26-point game they blew to Atlanta in the regular season because the regular season was gone, right? We thought the regular season was gone. But this is a team that has blown some leads. So now this is a little hint of that. Doesn't mean it's a huge problem going forward, but this was a little tiny reminder of that. That maybe it's a little tiny thing that makes us think you don't 100% ignore what happened for 82 games, the way the first 10 games in the playoffs made us ignore that. We thought that was it. Art, music, food, life. Yeah, the Cavs will be fine again, but against the Warriors, no chance. Use common sense. It's hard to avoid complacency after a 44-point win. It's just common sense, people. That's future. Right? I don't know. I mean, it is, but you would expect, you could go be overconfident and still find a way to win this by 5, couldn't you? You have to lose it? So, one-time thing. Muntu Munaf. Cavs lost it at the end. It's a one-time thing. Ian Clark checking in. The Warriors are going to sweep the Cavs. Does this make... We just talked at halftime, again, which now is a million years ago. We talked at halftime about how the Warriors... The Cavs are going to match up offensively with the Warriors, right? Looking ahead to that. I mean, we were overconfident, right? I mean, who wasn't... I don't think it was overconfidence. We were being realistic by what was being presented to us with a 2-0 lead and a 16-point halftime lead. That's what we were doing. Oh, are we getting the conspiracy theories? Do you think the NBA might have made LeBron play bad so Boston wouldn't look so bad? Not trying to sound crazy, King Beast. Oh, I love the conspiracy theories, man. I don't know. I don't know. Like when the Warriors, now people are saying they won't match the Warriors on offense, and they're calling me names. Why do you gotta call me names in the comments for? At their best, they can. All right, here we go with the good loss. Animation rewind. This loss is good for the Cavs. Let them taste adversity before feeling untouchable in the finals. I don't like that. I don't like that. Maybe, do you guys think that? Who wants the loss? Who wanted a loss so they could taste adversity? My hand is going down. I don't buy that. We were talking about Kevin Love's confidence. Stay confident. So I don't know. I'm not buying it. King Beast doesn't want the loss. No. Hell. Ooh, I just said hell. Hell no, says Dragon. Why are you making me swear? DeMarvelous says, LeBron said adversity is good. That's what they all say. They always say that. Doesn't mean it's true. So anyway, they're not going to be perfect in the playoffs. They weren't going to be perfect anyway. Nobody was going to sweep anybody in the finals. Even greatness needs a day off. Is that a t-shirt slogan? Justin Baker, even greatness needs a day off. What if I popped my shirt open right now and I said even greatness needs a day off? No sweat, people. LeBron needs to show up next game. Seth Kibler. You think he probably will, right? But as long as this... Now it's... So, only one day off again. Back at it on Tuesday at 8:30. But he has a whole day at home, right? No travel in there. No worries about that. LeBron needs to show up. LeBron will show up. Now we're saying LeBron will show up. He needs to stop being so passive and get to the rim. Seth. Yeah, I mean, we saw that in game 1, right? I mean, going to the rim at will. So if we didn't see that as much, why is it just a choice? DeLillo, LeBron has a triple-double on Tuesday. Remember, I said it. All right. I'll be at game 4 on Tuesday, so I don't think I'll be doing this. But we'll come back and we'll remember who was right and who was wrong about this. Because everything I said at halftime turned out to be wrong. LeBron needs some game film. LeBron always folds under pressure. What? Are we really going down that road? Always folds under? No. Maybe he's tired. Do you think he's tired? That's a legitimate thing. That's why I've been harping on the minutes the whole year and have looked wrong on that, right? What's the big deal? Maybe a little bit. I wondered about that tonight. Maybe he's tired, says Jermaine. Do you think he was tired? Did anyone else think the whole team looked tired in the second half, says Christopher. I mean, that might just be Boston trying to bring extra energy because they don't have any other choice but to do it, right? JW, LeBron always got his 30 points in the paint if he's struggling from the outside, but tonight he didn't even go for the rim. Why wouldn't he? Because he's not feeling it physically? I'm not a Cavs fan, but he does not always fall under pressure. Yeah, DeMarvelous checking in. You're right about that. I mean, we don't have to go down that road. We know that. That is just an incorrect fact. So, I don't think you can freak out too much. I think the one thing that may be true that tonight showed us that may be an actual fact that carries over is maybe we allowed a 40-point loss to lead us to underestimate the Celtics, which would be a very reasonable thing. I have bags under my eyes now. Right? They lost by 40, we wrote them off. I thought the Celtics were going to give them a series. I said 6 games. I thought the Celtics were going to give them a series. They lose by 40 in game 2 at home. Isaiah Thomas is out, and you think you write him off. You write him off. Future, the worst second half of the season. But, I mean, they blew some leads before, right? They blew leads before. So it's not like it's not in their DNA a little bit to blow a lead, to maybe get disinterested and blow a lead. You just didn't think it would happen in the Eastern Conference Finals, right? So I think maybe we underestimated the Celtics. It does not make sense. Sanjay, LeBron announced his retirement post-game. Funny. No team is perfect, says Dragon. It was a reality check for them, says Seth. I think we underestimated the Celtics a little bit, that they have done things all year, and they ended up being the 1 seed, and you look at their parts and you wonder how they did it. I know people don't like to talk about Brad Stevens as a great coach sometimes. I think there are 2 great coaches in these finals. I think Ty Lue is a great coach, and I think Brad Stevens is a great coach, and maybe their jobs are different. Your job is different when your best player is Isaiah Thomas, and your job is different when your best player is LeBron James. I think they could switch places, and they both would be really good coaches on the opposite sidelines. But I think Brad Stevens found something with this team, and then you have, Marcus Smart, man. Marcus Smart said after the game on TV that he gets more aggressive and more confident when he's in the starting lineup. A guy like that, wasn't going to let the series just, go away. Avery Bradley. They have some guys like that, which is why it's interesting to think about them if they add some pieces in the offseason with the number 1 pick, if they sign a free agent, if they somehow trade that number 1 pick for a veteran. They have some interesting pieces. By the way, Bradley did get lucky, right? To be honest, 1, 2, 3 bounces, front rim, back rim, front rim in. Not pure, exactly. Not exactly a pure 3-pointer, but it went in. It went in. So, do I think this could possibly go 7, King Beast? That would shock me, because then that means they're going to lose. They're going to lose at home again, right? So I would think, to me, to think that right now it goes 6 is not impossible, but I can't imagine. I don't think Boston's going to win the next 2. Is that what we're really talking about this now? I don't think Boston's going to win the next 2. I don't think we're going to see Boston win Game 4 on Tuesday and then go win Game 5 and take a 3-2 lead. So if I don't see that, then I also don't see a situation where the Cavs are up 3-2 and lose Game 6 at home. I don't think we're at that spot right now and force a Game 7 back in Boston. It was a lucky last shot. Now, DeLillo just wants me to stop talking. Cavs in 5. Stop it. I think Boston could get another game. Legitimately get another game somehow. But I don't think, I would pick that it's very possible this is still in 5, or I would think that we could be seeing a Game 6 in Cleveland and the Cavs close it out there. Jermaine saying what? No way? You think it's in 5, Jermaine? Is that what you're saying? What if Golden State loses to the Spurs tomorrow? I don't know. Do we see that? The Boston did get lucky, right? Smart isn't the best three-point shooter. He's 7 of 10. Let's look at some Boston numbers. Smart 7 of 10 on threes. Bradley was 3 of 8. Got that last roll. Crowder 2 of 8. Horford 2 of 6. Jerebko made both his threes. Those were huge out of nowhere. 13 minutes, 10 points from that guy. Jerebko's plus-minus was plus 22. Horford's plus-minus was minus 10. Olynyk's plus-minus was plus 15. This bench for the Cavs blew it, and this bench for the Celtics, 23 minutes from Olynyk, 15 points in 23 minutes. Jaylen Brown only played 13 minutes, no points. He was minus 7 plus-minus, but Jerebko gave him a big contribution, plus 22 on the plus-minus, 10 points, 2 of 2 on threes, right? But Marcus Smart, who is a bench guy who had to start, Marcus Smart gives you 41 minutes, 8 of 14, 7 of 10 on threes, 4 of 6 from the line, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, and he brings an attitude. They didn't play any defense on Smart. If Marcus Smart is going to beat you, then you have questions about your defense. But I also think both sides know Marcus Smart's not going to make 7 out of 10 three-pointers most nights. So that's the thing with me at the Cavs, though. It's like, is that what you want? Marcus Smart had the game of his life, DeLillo. I think we can probably agree on that. But why are the Cavs still? It just made me a little nervous. It's a one-time thing. They still shot 41% from 3 for the game. But we saw how hot they were in the first half. It just makes me a little nervous. I don't even know what they ended up in the second half, but they have a stretch where they didn't make. I don't think the Cavs made a 3-pointer in the third quarter. I need LeBron to win more titles to shut my dad up about who's the greatest of all time with Jordan and LeBron. but LeBron needs to be more hungry. Cavs in 5, says Allen. LeBron looks sick from RW. I don't know. I have the sound down. I'll be curious to see what the deal is of the post game. What we're talking about physically with LeBron. What we're talking about physically with LeBron. Is there something? Is it just tired? Does he not feel well? Is there something physically with his legs or his back or whatever? I don't know. But it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. But the two things I'm going to take away from this, 4 things. 4 things I'm taking away. 1, I still get a little nervous about LeBron wearing down. Probably going to be wrong on that, but a little nervous. 2, makes me a little nervous the Cavs relying on the 3 so much because I think they could do so many other things. And if they're going to get into a 3-point shooting contest, I think they're more than that. And we saw tonight what happens when they're cold on 3. That's 2 things. 3, we underestimated the Celtics a little bit, and that's okay. They deserve to be underestimated. The way they played in Game 2 and the reality of their roster with Isaiah Thomas getting hurt, so we underestimated them. Let's realize that they are a team that is better than you think they are. And number 4, I can't remember what number. I can't make lists that long. I can't remember what number 4 was. But make sure LeBron is feeling okay. Don't lean on the 3-pointer exclusively. Don't underestimate Boston. All right. So LeBron looked distracted. I want to find this out. I mean, I'm glad we have 1 million people from cleveland.com. Not me, because I'm here. My blanket. My other blanket in my basement. We have a lot of good cleveland.com people at the game. So listen. Read cleveland.com. We'll figure this out a little bit. Now all these people are jumping in. Maybe you guys want me to hang out a little bit more? Give me more comments. I can hang out more if you want me to. I didn't know if you guys wanted to leave, but more people are joining. I hate people say LeBron choked this game. He just had a bad game. He'll play better next time. That's Trey. Yeah, I don't think we can say choke. I mean, what are you going to choke? How do you choke up 2-0 in the Eastern Conference Finals when you haven't lost a game the whole year in the playoffs, right? So choke is the wrong word. He didn't play well, but it's not, I mean, it doesn't make sense to choke. What's he choking for? Choke is when, in a pressure situation, you don't play as well as you should. The conspiracy theories are coming in. They just want to extend the series for more money, right? So it's not a choke. He didn't play well. So the only thing that would bother me about it, the only question I have about it is there a physical component to this, right? Is there a physical component? Because this game's over. And so that's fine. What does it tell us about the future? That's all that games are. Unless it's the final game of the year. What matters about a game is what it tells you for the future. So what does this tell us for the future? J.R. Smith got confused again on the switch for the last shot. D. Missick. That's what does it tell us for the future? So maybe Rachel says it's a one-off game for him. And if we're betting, I'm going to bet one-off game for LeBron. The way he's played, people are talking about he's playing in the playoffs the best he's ever played. I'm going to say it's a one-off game. I think that's the most sensible thing. Unless you can show me something that it's not. Unless there's something physically going on. It's not mental. Deplorable Joker says it was a choke job. It's not. I mean, it's not. It just doesn't fit the definition of that. But I do think my favorite story possibly of the playoffs so far was, and this was a column that someone should have written, and Ty Lue wrote it for us, is him wondering how the Cavs can execute and remember all their complicated handshakes, and they can't remember their defensive assignments at times. So that is a thing of, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to wonder about 2 things from this game. One is LeBron's health. And the second thing is it anything hearkening back to the regular season that people were wondering about or worried about in the regular season, which is defense, which is being locked in defensively the whole time, right? Which is mostly that. So, other than that, you're allowed to lose every now and then in the playoffs. You're allowed to lose. So, LeBron only attempted 13 shots, and the other player would have kept shooting like LeBron was not even attacking. That's not a choke job. Something was bothering him. Brando Williams. That's a good point. I mean, I wonder what that is. I wonder what he'll say. But it does not fit the definition of what we want to talk about as a choke job. So it's certainly not that. Does it make you? DeLillo made a point. But why would he? Deplorable Joker says, if you're afraid to attack, that's a choke. But what would he be afraid of? What's he afraid of from the Celtics? It's not. So you're saying, Drew, sure, read my comment. They just made the series a bit watchable. That's why the Cavs lost on purpose. Come on, I'm not going down. You can go down that road. I'm not going down that road. I don't believe that stuff. But why is he afraid to attack? It doesn't make. He's not afraid. What is it about the Celtics that make him afraid to attack? He got to the rim at will. Now, obviously, you make defensive adjustments. He's not afraid. He either didn't think it was the right thing to do with the way they were playing him, or maybe something physically or whatever wasn't there. But I don't, if people want to go off on the choke job thing, I mean, I just have never heard of someone choking up 2-0 in the Eastern Conference Finals when they haven't lost a playoff game the whole year. I don't know. He wanted to see what his team could do if he had an off night. Seth. So he's testing the rest of the team. Well, if he's testing the rest of the team, they failed. So, I don't know. More games in the series, more money for the NBA of advertising, AB Hatch. Yeah, I mean, it's, I don't think we can go too far. So, we'll do a last little survey. Just tell me, worried, not worried. Make a comment about that. Worried, not worried going forward. We know that Game 4 is going to be on Tuesday. They doubled him earlier on the block, right? But then, I mean, you saw, not worried, not worried, not worried, not worried. 4 not worried, 5 not worried. Des DeKing, they doubled him earlier on the block, but then you saw him make that pass, the late double, and he immediately kicked it to JR for the wide open 3 at the top of the key to tie the game, right? I mean, not worried, not worried. Who cares? Worried, finals only. Only worried for the finals. Not worried, but makes me less confident in predicting Cavs over Warriors in the finals. Makes sense. I played basketball all my life, and you know when a player is trying and not trying, and LeBron played like someone who was pissed off about something. Brando Williams. Not worried. Irrelevant loss. Okay. We're mostly not worried. Worried about LeBron just thinking something is wrong. RW. Kristen Davis, not worried. All right. Not worried. Not worried. So we're not worried. I think that's the sensible thing to be, right? But I think curious about what's up is okay. Curious about what's up with LeBron. If there's something physical there, if there was something physical, is it something that carries over? And then if not, they just have this in them a little bit that they are capable of getting distracted and blowing a game. They are so talented. Have you ever seen a team this talented just blow a game? Blow a game. Brando Williams. J.R. Smith said LeBron was mad about not being in the MVP discussion, so I'm thinking he did this to send a message to Adam Silver and the boys. Interesting. That would be some deep thinking, Brando. I don't know, man. So, I don't know. I think it's going to be a great finals. I think we're still going to see the same finals we saw the whole time. This never would have happened if they had Kobe instead of LeBron. Okay, I think we're good. Thanks for this was an emergency session. This was not the plan. We were going to just do only halftime, and then we did both because this happened, and no one saw it coming. Cavs always have trouble keeping a lead. Why is that? They always do bad in the third and fourth. Why? They have the best bench. Drew says, I think the Warriors will beat the Cavs, no doubt. Was this LeBron trying to send a message that he's the real MVP, RW? Cavs are going to blow out the Celtics the next 2 games, and you will see just how much crap this game was, says Brando. That could be. All right. Thanks to you guys. You guys make it fun. We'll keep doing it whenever we can. We did not think we'd be doing this again. You saw my green plaid shirt twice today. Thanks for doing it. Go read cleveland.com. They're going to have the answers. Joe Varden, Chris Fedor, Bud Shaw. Go read all those guys. All right? So thank you for checking in. Go subscribe to our Cavs channel on YouTube. We're doing this on YouTube. We have great stuff on there. All the stuff you want to know. You want to hear and see LeBron say everything. Some of it's on TV. Not everything's always on TV, right? So go check that out. Thanks to you guys for joining us again. Cleveland.com. I'm Doug Maurice. We'll do it later. We'll do it some more the rest of the playoffs. It's fun with you guys. No one saw this coming, but it's here. So it's 2-1 Cavs. We'll see what happens in Game 4, and we'll go out on this. Who likes Justin Bieber? Says Elam. I'm a One Direction guy, not Biebs. I'll see ya.